that we have some lot of visitors tonight, and I think many have difficulty with French. So inshallah, we are grateful. This is a blessed time, the month of Rajab, and we are on its end, coming for, inshallah, tomorrow night, Isra wal Mi'raj, Laylatul Isra wal Mi'raj, the night, the chosen night among nights that Allah Azza wa Jal invited His servant to be honored in heavens. And Prophet ﷺ put a particular attention to these 3 months following each another, to the point that one of the Salaf Saleh said that Rajab is the month in which you will put the seed in the ground. Sha'ban is the month in which you are going to water the seed. And Ramadan is going to be the month in which you will harvest. You will get all the benefit. And Allah Azza wa Jal made these 3 months to be one after the other. And obviously, through awliya, we heard that this is the month, Rajab is the month of the close, those that are close to their Lord. And He chose in every of these 3 months a special day, a special night. So for Rajab is Isra al-Mi'raj, that is on the 27th. In Sha'ban it is this Sha'ban, the heavenly New Year that will come in the middle of the month, and in Ramadan obviously Laylatul Qadr khayru min alfi shahr. The night of Laylatul Qadr that has more value than a thousand months. And we are thankful that Allah Azza wa Jal made us to know and to witness about these magnificent moments. It is an event, inshallah, tomorrow we will be gathering here for celebration. Inshallah, Allah give us life and energy to be together and to take the benefit of that night. As Prophet ﷺ said, as it is reported by Sayyidina Abu Huraira and Sayyidina Salman al-Farisi radiallahu anhum, that there is a night and a day. If you keep the vigil of it and you pray it, you fast on its day, it's like you have been doing it for 100 years. So the night of tomorrow is about Allah Azza wa Jal showing the greatness of Sayyidina Muhammad Abdullah Salatu Wassalam. He made him to be reaching a reality, to be reaching a state, to be reaching a presence, to be invited like none before him have been invited. He made him on that night to go beyond all the limits of this world and other worlds, to see the world of the different earth and the different heavens, and to go beyond that, to see Jannah and everything that was in it, and to see Jahannam, hellfire, and everything that was in it. And then to go beyond all level of creation until you reach Sidratul Muntaha. until he reached a point that no creation was ever invited to reach an absolute limit for any creation. And Allah Azza wa Jal showing how much Prophet ﷺ is above other creation. When Sayyidina Jibril alayhi salam told him this is the limit for every creation. And Prophet ﷺ thanked him and continued to Kama Qawsayni wa Adna, to a magnificent presence, and a presence that cannot be described. Everything that was mentioned to us is mentioned according to our level of understanding. That's why Allah Azza wa Jal, when He will describe hereafter, when He will describe Jannah, the paradise, He will take what you know to describe it to you. He will say, it is, paradise is, you are going to find endless green area. Imagine for the people of the desert, you are going to find rivers of milk, river of honey, river of water that is fresh, is fresh like ice, and its depth is 70 times the length of dunya. And rivers of wine, because for people that were used to have little stream of water, to struggle to find a well and to get one bag of water and this and that, explaining to them such abundance was striking their minds. And Allah Azza wa Jal continued describing about, that's why Prophet ﷺ, when he described the paradise and he described how they were built, the description are, they are made out of gems, they are made out of silver, they are made out of gold. You are going to find castles in there, which used to be something highly precious for human being. When you are seeing a gem, that you see how it shines, and you know how much it can be beautiful. Imagine a whole castle built with that. Then Allah Azza wa Jal is describing the food that are going to be tasted there, because we feel pleasure from our tongue, and it continues like that. So, description that Prophet ﷺ gave to us when he was making Isra wal Mi'raj also is according to a language that we can understand. Because reality, when you are living Dar al-Fana, the gate of the world of where everything extinguished, to enter to Dar al-Baqa, the world where everything really exists, then through that transition, the whole scenario changed. When Allah Azza wa Jal decide to describe Himself, He will use things that we understand. Yadulla fawqa aydihim. The hand of Allah is over their hand. Allah Azza wa Jal is speaking about His hand. He's speaking kullu shay'in haliku ila wajha. He's speaking about His face, that everything will disappear except the face of Allah. Allah Azza wa Jal, because this is what, when He described the servants that are going to be admitted in Jannah, They are going to see the face of their Lord. Every Friday, Allah Azza wa Jal will manifest to them. Because this is our level of understanding. One time we asked Maulana Sheikh Hisham, Allah sanctify and noble his secret, about this, because when will come the day of judgment, after all the creation is going to be shattered, at the end of time, when Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam is going to come back and finally is going to rule the earth for a golden time, until Shaitan is going to find against the way to enter, and evil and darkness will spontaneously crack back among human beings. Then Allah Azza wa Jal will recite Surah Al-Rahman, then all the souls of the pure one are going to be, falling in a very deep sleep. Then Allah Azza wa Jal will order Sayyidina Jibril alayhi salam to shut down the whole creation for a time that only Allah knows. But when there is Allah Azza wa Jal will revive Sayyidina Jibril alayhi salam and will revive Sayyidina Azrafil alayhi salam to restart the creation for Yawm al-Qiyamah, for the day of judgment. How this is going to happen? Because how you are going to find back all these people that were on earth and there is nothing remaining from them. Maulana Shaykh was saying that Prophet ﷺ, he said there is a part of human being that cannot be destroyed. And that part Allah Azza wa Jal kept is the identity of human being. It's the end of the spine. At the coccyx, there is a piece there that scientists they discovered that even you put all kind of strong fire on it, still you find DNA in it, and you find that there is a piece that you cannot destroy. So then Sayyidina Jibril alayhi salam is going to be showering a rain from heavens. When that rain is going to fall down on those little particles that belong to every human being, a body is going to be regenerated. And then the soul are going to be waken up. The soul are going to be awakened, and when they are going to be awakened, they will enter into that new body. So Maulana Sheikh Hisham, we ask him, what is that body? Because we understand that there is a body in dunya. It is made of clay, and we have arms, legs, head, but when we are speaking that a new body is going to be created for hereafter, for the judgment, what that means. So Maulana Shaykh, he was saying that from Grand Sheikh, Sayyidina Shaykh Abdullah Faiz al-Pakistani, he was saying that also is a hint for you to comprehend. Is not what you think. There is going to be an entity to carry your soul. But that entity Is it a body like you understand? He said the material that is going to be generated at that time, there is nothing that is alike in dunya. It's not something that you can comprehend with what you know from material. But you need a hint because that's what you understand. Say it is everything that is describing Akhirah. Hint is given to human beings so they may raise their mind and their imagination to try to comprehend it. Maulana Sheikh Nazim used to tease us sometime to show that if you want to comprehend with your mind, there is a limit to it. Allah Azza wa Jal is showing the limit when He says that He can take the whole creation and make it to go through the hole of the needle. And He is not going to make the hole of the needle bigger, nor is going to make the creation smaller. But He can make the whole creation to go through that without shrinking one or expanding one. Try to think with your mind. Cannot go. So, Awliyaullah, they always pointed, saying the understanding of what is beyond your physicality is a matter of reality. The heart can understand, the heart can comprehend, but the mind is limited for it. So we used to say that Grand Sheikh told us, every knowledge that was descended from heavens, so human beings are going to be using it through holy books, is, Grand Sheikh used to say, is from the first chapter, how to keep the children busy. He said this is minor knowledge to keep people busy when divine scenario is running. That's why we are thinking when we are reading Quran, then Allah is describing, telling us stories, telling us how these people were living. And sometime mentioning about stories is going to put some animals into it, is going to put some scenery into it for us to comprehend, because that's what we live. And there is another reality beneath. There is another reality. As Grand Sheikh used to say, every letter of Quran has 12,000 ocean of knowledge in it. And if you are going to gather everything that the human being have been written from beginning of time till today, it is not a drop compared to one ocean of knowledge. Every letter of Quran has 12,000 ocean of knowledge on it, and every moment those oceans get refreshed from another meaning, another reality. That's why human beings have to understand you didn't take a proper measure of your Lord. We did not, because the tools that we are in great limitation. Sayyidina, one of our grand Sheikh, Sayyidina Sheikh Abu Hassan Harakani, Qaddasallahu Sirru, he was a Sheikh of contemplation. His state was always in contraction, in meditation, and his state was sad. And they questioned him one time about this station, because he used to have the visit of big awliya coming, so they knew he was from one of the top ones. So one of the pious one came to him and asked him, "O Sayyidi, how it is when you are going to be able to free yourself and you are going to be able to address your Lord. He said, for those that are going to raise themselves above the common and they are going to meet their Lord, they are going to discover the most painful thing in creation. And everyone is surprised. How you are such a grand sheikh and you are speaking about those that are going to meet their Lord. How this is possible that it is going to be painful? And this is the same thing that Sayyidina Ali, Karamallahu wajha, Allah illuminate his face, was saying when he was speaking about Quran. He said, I didn't find something more painful than Quran. They say, how you say like that? Explain. He said, because when you dive in Quran, you will discover a reality, you will discover a perfection, you will discover a greatness. But when you look at yourself, you are going to see that everything that is described there, you are not eligible for it. It's not manifested in you. So he said, this is a biggest pain. So Shaykh Abu Hassan Harakani said something similar. He said, when you are going to be in that presence, you are going to understand that it is impossible for a creation to be praising the Lord Almighty as it should be even once. He said that pain of your ineligibility to be praising your Lord. He said, when I discover that human being is so in limit when he reached the presence of his Lord, I fell into a strong state of depression inside. And there was such a pain in me. I couldn't have any way to cool down that pain that was in my heart. And I asked my Lord, let me praise you. And I praised my Lord with all the intensity of my being. And then I felt that the bone marrow, my bone marrow was dissolving from the tajalli that was manifested. But yet, it was not enough just to praise him as we should be praising him. So I felt in a depression. And I start roaming in creation. And then I saw Jahannam. And I enter into it, I plunge into it, and I went to its depth to try to cool down that pain in my heart. But because my soul was completely unbalanced when I realized that we will never be eligible to praise Allah. Then Prophet ﷺ came to me and told me, Ya Abu Hassan, go out from that place. You are bothering the inhabitant of Jahannam. Leave them alone. Then I came back to the reason. And I came, and by the voice of my beloved one, my heart cooled down. So these are stories from awliya, from mashayikh. It's not something we experience. We are saying their words. Whoever is listening and doesn't believe and say these are, go and ask them. We didn't make that story. Shaykh Abu Hassan mentioned it. But just for us to comprehend, greatness is Allah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. He is praising himself, saying, I brought my servant to my presence from Masjid al-Haram to Masjid al-Aqsa. And he was presented through heavens. he was decorated to heavens. Every step, every way, every meeting was a crowning until the last and the greatest crowning when he came to the presence of his Lord Almighty. And they debate because they say, I saw my Lord. So scholars start debating how he is seeing. Maybe this whole Isra wal Miraj is a dream or a vision, or maybe he went, but maybe he saw also with the eyes of his heart. No, traditional scholars says Allah made the biggest miracle, taking a physical entity and made it to go to the realm that is not physical. This is greatness of Allah Azza wa Jal, showing greatness of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And they say, no, this physicality went into that presence. That's why whenever you are going to hear, there is barakah for the hair of Prophet Abdul Salatu Wasalam. This is honor for us, because Prophet Sallallahu said, every piece is like the entity. So that hair carries the light of Prophet ﷺ, and that hair that we are going, sometimes you have families that they are carrying inheritance of hair of Prophet ﷺ. You have to believe that there is a reality into it that represents the carrier of that hair, and that there is a reality that went to Kabaka Husseini wa Adna and went into that presence, and what that presence, that divine presence, what was enlightened in Prophet ﷺ is also present in that hair. May Allah Azza wa Jal make us to be from those that will be reaching divine satisfaction. Those that will be called the lovers of their Lord and the lovers of Prophet ﷺ and the lovers of awliya. May Allah Azza wa Jal accept, in spite of our will, our effort for this time, for this holy month, for these holy nights that we are gathering for dhikr. May Allah Azza wa Jal make it a blessing for us and for our families, for our children, for our relatives, for the whole community, and a blessing for our late families that left this world before us. May it be presented to the grave of our deceased one as an enlightenment. وَهُوَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. We are asking, Ya Rabbi. Maulana Sheikh Hisham, when he was coming to Montreal one of the last time, he made a sahbah, and what he was saying, think big. Think big, because he saw it coming out of the airport. It was on the, who was saying think big? Elvis Gratton. He's one famous character in Quebec. Think big. And then he was telling us always, think big. Raise the horizon of your understanding. Raise the horizon of when you are thinking about Prophet ﷺ, like Imam Busairi said, beside what the Christian said, because what the Christians said, they made Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam to be like God. No, he said beside that, everything you can say to raise Prophet ﷺ, say it. It is never going to be enough. He is the chosen one. He is the one that Allah raised. وَرَفَعَنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ. Allah Azza wa Jal raised him. Raise him, honor him beyond any understanding. When his soul was created, it was a handful of divine light that Allah Azza wa Jal say, Kun fayakun bi Muhammad. And when that soul was created, Allah Azza wa Jal questioned the soul, who are you? Who am I? Who are you? And the soul remained silent. Because the soul of Prophet ﷺ was too shy in presence, in divine presence. Then Allah Azza wa Jal revolved the soul for 500,000 years, increasing its light, increasing its light, increasing its light, and questioned again. Soul remained silent. Another 500,000 heavenly years, until 5 times. And after that, when the soul of Prophet ﷺ was questioned, he answered, Anta Rabb, you are my Lord. And Maulana Shaykh was saying, from Grand Shaykh, it took 5 rays of that light just to be able to answer to Allah Azza wa Jalla. And Grand Shaykh said, because of that scenario, Allah Azza wa Jalla engraved the reality of every expansion in each of the arkan that we are following in Islam, from Shahada to Salat to Sawm to Zakat wa Hajj. Every arkan is carrying the secret of one of these increasing of light. So that's why Allah Azza wa Jalla made them to be arkan, to be pillar for the foundation. Why we are saying Ashhadu anna ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. This is to define that you are Muslim. When we are saying it, what we are saying? We are saying we are witnessing. It's not something in absence. It's not something. And Allah Azza wa Jal made the fundament. How we are witnessing that there is only one Lord and that Muhammad is his messenger? Angels can witness. They were in heavens. They saw the arrival of the light. They saw when the light was invited. They witnessed in Isra and Miraj. They witnessed when Allah Azza wa Jal addressed the servant. That what we are saying when we are saying in Tashahud, Atahiyatu lillah, Zakiyatu lillah, Ataibatu lillah, Salawatu wa salamu alayka ya wa al-Nabi. What we are saying there is the exchange that was going between Allah and Prophet ﷺ, and the angel were witnessing. Until when they finish witnessing, they say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Because they were witnessing that exchange. We are saying, Ashhadu la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. What we are witnessing? Maulana Shaykh Hisham, he was saying, Grand Shaykh said there is a secret there. It is the foundation of our iman, our shahada, cannot be a lie. Are we witnessing? No, we are not witnessing. So why Allah made us to say we are witnessing? He said because all souls did witness. Allah Azza wa Jal grant them to witness. May Allah Azza wa Jal make us to witness that day when the flag of Allah is going to be waving on all creation and the name of Prophet ﷺ is going to be raised on all creation. And may Allah Azza wa Jal make us to witness that day that we are going to stand on the day of judgment. And Prophet ﷺ is going to be the crown of all leaders, receiving the request for all creation. May Allah make us to witness and to be on good disposition on that day. بحرمة الحبيب بحرمة الفاتح. And we say, أشهد أن